Hi everyone. Thanks to both Graham and Rachel for those wonderful speeches. Really appreciate your words. I was going to say please raise a glass, but we've already done that. Keep more anyway. So I'd like to begin by saying a massive thank you to all of you for joining us today. Most of you have travelled a long way to celebrate with us, and my wife and I. We really appreciate your efforts. In fact, you've really come from some of the most beautiful parts of the country to be here today. Devon, with rolling hills and endless miles of award-winning beaches. Yeah. Kent, the Garden of England, home to the world-famous White Cliffs of Dover. Cheltenham, historic Spa town with its magnificent Regency architecture and the jewel in the crown of national jump racing. And Hull. So when writing the speech, I tried to take inspiration from other successful marriages, which led me to the usual sources: William and Kate, David and Victoria, Fred and Rose. Inevitably, I kept coming back to the big guy. He's been there all my life. Homer Simpson. When asked to describe being married to Marge, he said, "It's like being married to my best friend, and he lets me feel his boobs." So, as some of the more observant amongst you might have noticed, we have a couple of guests celebrating a birthday with us today. First up is Andy. Where's Andy? Yeah. Who, I'm reliably informed is 61 today, which coincidentally is almost as long as Arsenal have gone without winning the league. So happy birthday, Andy. And secondly, we have somebody who's been a big part of my life for over 20 years and was so dedicated to maintaining our friendship that he started following Torquay just so I didn't feel like a complete loser. So, arriving in Devon as a wee Scottish lad who no one can understand, we soon bonded over endless games of Parade Boat and regular trips to the sweet shop.
Yes, I used to play.
Yeah. It's his 30th birthday today, so don't be afraid to buy him a drink, and don't let the accent fool you, he really is Scottish. Please raise a glass to Gordon. I'd like to make a special mention at this point for those who unfortunately can't be with us today. I'm sure this is an occasion which they would all have been proud to be a part of, and in turn I hope that Rachel and I can do them proud as we take these next steps in our lives together. So next I'd like to thank the bridesmaids and maid of honour. Beth, my earliest memory was the day you were born, when you miraculously appeared from the womb accompanied by a model Percy train for my collection. I knew from that moment on that we'd get along just fine. I'd love to say I've been the protective older brother, but the truth is you're one of the strongest people I know. Sorry, one of the strangest people I know. In the time since we first met, I've seen him grow from a super confident and opinionated teenager into a super confident and opinionated young woman who always makes me feel welcome, and I'm delighted to have gained a sister like you. And so, although we were originally introduced by Rachel, we soon struck up a strong friendship thanks to a few shared interests, namely 90s music and tequila. Thank you for being a fantastic friend to us both and for all the laughs along the way. You all look beautiful today, and I'd like you all to raise your glasses to the bridesmaids. Denise and Graham, a massive thank you for welcoming me into your family. And the first time I visited as a shy and scoring student to the in-depth discussions we now share on a regular basis. You have both been generous in so many ways, and we are extremely grateful for your continued love and support. It is easy to see why Rachel is such a down-to-earth character with you guys as role models. and your influences have been particularly prominent throughout the preparation for this wedding. Rachel's creativity and attention to detail when making many of the table decorations in front of you stem from Denise's artistic style, while she has tapped into an incredible knowledge of practical DIY skills from Graham to create the many signs you see dotted around. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to witnessing Graham's dance moves later tonight. Mum and Dad, again, a massive thank you for welcoming me into your family. For the first time I visited, as a fairly useless, but admittedly cute as a button baby, to the hairy layabout who comes to stay every now and again, you have also been so generous to both of us, and we really appreciate it. It's easy to see why I'm such a down-to-earth, modest character. Anyway, enough of the crap jokes and cheap shots. Got to save someone up for the best man speech. In all seriousness, I have so much to thank you two for, although introducing me to Talk United wasn't one of your finest hours. I think the most important lessons I've learned are not to take yourself too seriously and to appreciate the small things in life. I know I don't say it often enough, but you're a big inspiration to me and I love you very much. Please raise the glasses to the parents. So it's time I talked a little about the main reason we're all here today. Rachel, you look absolutely incredible.
Oh, my God,
and I'm privileged to be standing here as your husband, or Hoobar, as you prefer to call me. I have no idea where the last 9 years have gone, but I can safely say they have not been dull for you to share them with. In this time, we have graduated together, lived 250 miles apart, moved in together, bought 2 houses, sold one, and had numerous amazing holidays and adventures together. You have put up with my questionable jokes and all-round awkwardness, whilst I have come to love your various quirks and your tendency to slip into some kind of weird pseudo-French accent, something I like to put down to Kent's proximity to France. I feel like I can entirely be myself around you, and that you will always be by my side through all that life throws us. The last few months have been a little hectic, and you have put so much work into making this day happen, but I think it's safe to say, boo. Now, by and large, Rachel and I have got on very well, with a few exceptions. For example, there was the time we went on our first camping holiday to Wales. We had found a small campsite near Abergavenny and arranged to pick Rachel up from work en route. Everything was going smoothly. We pitched up the tent and dinner was on the go when Rachel decided to put on her comfies. After a couple of minutes rooting around in the boot, I hear her shout, "Joe, did you pack my bag with all the clothes in?" I'm not very good at accents. The 45-minute drive to the nearest Tesco was frosty to say the least. But on the plus side, she did get a whole new outfit out of it. Then there was the time we went on holiday to Florida. Now, anyone who knows Rachel will know she's big on planning. So, coupled with her borderline obsessive excitement over the trip, I've naturally planned every detail of our holiday to the minute. Having arrived after a long flight, we helped ourselves to a couple of beers from the minibar and got an early night in preparation for our first day of Disney-based fun. Now, you're probably going to hear some crazy stories in a minute about how I can't handle my drink. And to this day, I still maintain the Florida heat is mostly to blame. But needless to say, the following morning, rather than strolling down Main Street USA and taking selfies with Mickey in the gang, Rachel was instead holding back my proverbial ponytail as I sat hunched over a Radisson Hotel toilet bowl. Finally, there was the time we went on our first holiday together to Turkey. You may have noticed a theme here. It was our final day in Turkey following a fantastic holiday, and we decided to go on a boat trip around the local islands, including an opportunity to swim in the crystal blue sea. Now, what many of you won't know about Rachel, although Graham has touched upon it, is she is an extremely accomplished swimmer. I am not. However, being an easily led and impressionable 21-year-old, I saw this as the ideal opportunity to impress my new girlfriend, and so, having watched Rachel execute a textbook dive off the top of the boat, I had no option but to follow suit. After several aborted leaps and some reassuring words of encouragement, I finally plucked up the courage and proceeded to perform a dive that less resembled Tom Daley in the Olympics and more Peter Kay in the John Smith side. Following 5 minutes of wondering whether my belly would ever appear unflopped again, I had just about regained the use of my ears to hear Rachel utter those 3 words that no man will ever tire of hearing. Entirely my fault. So there are many more stories like that I could tell, but for now I'd like to take the opportunity to say thank you. for being the Monica to my Chandler, the Daphne to my Niles, the Mr. Burns to my Smithers. I used to think I was a bit odd. Then I met Rachel and that confirmed my suspicions. Luckily, she was just as unusual, and the rest, as they say, is history. Now, I could bore you all at this point with an endless stream of inside jokes that only 2 people in the room would find remotely funny, but it's getting on and the cake won't go itself. I will say, however, that in my opinion, these are the best things about being in any relationship. Those shared moments that make you feel part of a special and unique team. And I hope we can remain teammates for many more laughs to come. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and raise your glasses to Rachel. So, in a moment, I'll be handing you over to the very capable hands of 5-time Olympic champions of Steve Redgrave. But first, I just have one more story to tell you. You may find this hard to believe, but my track record of public speaking is not the best. I'll give you an example. A few weeks into our first year at university, we were asked to do a presentation to the rest of the class. I forget what subject it was for, but myself and Rob hired our handheld camcorder, ask your parents, and put together a short film about the architecture of Cheltenham, which we would then speak over. For some reason, I suggested we lay a backing track onto the video, possibly to deflect attention away from the nonsense coming out of our mouths. And it worked. Unfortunately, we had failed to test the volume beforehand, and in the farcical scenes that followed, we took it in turns to shout our presentation over a track by the popular Timoth rock trio Knees. It may not have gained any awards for subtlety, or even a pass from our lecturer, but it did grab the attention of one fellow student in the room that day. And here we are, 11 years later, as husband and wife. And I'd just like to say... Thank you.